Good morning, everyone. This is Diane. I am going to work on the next phase of these journals, which is putting the cover together. I have the signatures all made and the pockets are filled. The reason I fill the pockets before I sew the signatures in is because that helps me determine how wide the spine must be. I have my grid here and it is marked out in inches, so I just hold my spine. You can't see where it is where I'm doing it. So I usually do a spine of 2 inches. So I have both, I have my front and my back cover 2 inches apart here on my mat. And it gives it, it's a little wider up here than it is down here because there's so much stuff in it. Plus you would put more stuff in it, I hope. So I'm going to make the signatures 2.5 inches. So you'll have room to put stuff in without it becoming an alligator mouth journal. That's how I determine the width of my spine. So I have my piece cut 2.5 inches by the height of my cover. I already have tape on this, my double-sided red line tape. It's got red liner on it, and as you can see here, because I haven't pulled it off of these pieces. So I'll pull the liner off. I sound a bit husky this morning. I was at my daughter's birthday party yesterday, outdoors, and I think that affected me. I have allergies. So, I sound like a man. It is Sunday morning. I need to be getting ready to go to church. And I can't be late because I'm playing the piano at church today. And picking up my grandsons. So I have this all lined up. I use the lines on my grid here to help me line everything up straight, and I have my piece of Tyvek. It's cut to the right height and it's cut a little bit, it's cut so that it will span the spine plus go onto the covers. So the spine is 2.5 inches. I cut this 4.5 inches, which is probably a little wider than it needs to be, but it's okay. Then I just press that down onto tape. And now we have our cover. What I thought I would do for covering these, the spine of these books, is use some of these linen pieces. I thought these would be really fun to put on the spine. So I chose this yellow. This is the brightest cover in the collection that I'm doing right now. So I thought I would use this. And I'm going to cut it about the same width as the Tyvek. And I don't think I can tear this fabric. So I hope I'll cut it relatively straight. I will put the stitched edge on the front. Maybe I should put the stitched edge on the back and leave it so you can see it, because I'll probably want to put something on this. It does cover up part of the title. And I'll just leave it long enough to wrap around the ends. Normally I like to have my piece of fabric long enough to wrap all the way around, but this piece just isn't big enough, so I'm going to have to use something else to cover the inside part. And so now I'll just put some Tyvek or some 3-in-1. This piece is actually much wider than it needs to be. It's jagged the way I cut it, but that's going to be covered. These books took quite a while to make. They're very involved the way I made them this time. There's a lot going on. Let's cut these threads off. So I want to tell you that while I cleaned up last night after the party, I was cleaning up my mess from making these signatures, and while I did that, I kind of sorted through all of my domestic arts journal supplies and pulled out pieces that I'm going to put together, that I'm going to use to put together I'm gonna cut this off because it's going to be covered, and I can maybe use that decorative piece for something. I'm going to sell some domestic arts journal kits, so I'll get them put together as soon as I can and get them in the shop. Maybe I'll have them in the shop the same day as these journals, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what day these journals are going to go in, because obviously they're not put together yet. Alright, so I did get some end papers cut, but I forgot that I was going to need something for the center also. So I actually want to use a piece of fabric in the center because it has to fold, and paper cracks over time when it folds. Looking for some fabric. Is this too much? I don't think it's too much. I think it'll be fun. It's got the big bright flowers, just like on the front cover. daughter had a good turnout for her birthday party, which I was really happy for. She's always doing stuff for other people. She takes care of me. She works really hard at her job, and sometimes 12-hour days when they need her to. And she's a good mom, and she does things for other people all the time. And she actually did most of the work for the party. She just wanted to have her family and friends come and celebrate with her. So she did most of the work for the party. She loves to plan parties. She does good parties for the boys. And I was just praying that a lot of people would come, and they did. So I was really happy about that. Wow, what a bright cover. This is a cheery journal. This is heavy cardstock, so I'm going to use my red line tape again. I'm going to put 3-in-1 glue on this edge because it'll be on the fabric. I think the red line tape will hold it on the fabric, but I know the 3-in-1 will. Oops. Her theme was Squeeze the Day. So she decorated with lemony colors, lemon and pink for pink lemonade. And she had lemonade and pink lemonade. And she got a snow cone machine. She rented a snow cone machine and made, oh, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 flavors of snow cone syrup. So that was really fun. So I had a black cherry snow cone yesterday, and it was so good. I wish I could have one today. When I was out shopping at a flea market one day, there was someone who was selling some homemade masks, face masks, and you know, for the COVID virus, in case it's a couple years later when you watch this video. We're all wearing face masks right now. There was one that had lemons on it, so I bought that and gave it to her as part of her birthday gift. Okay. Now I'm going to put, I did pink the edge of that when I cut it because it's a linen, and the way it's woven it would fray easily, so I did pink it, but I'm gonna put some trim on the edge. Don't know if I'll use rickrack or GIMP. Not really liking my selection of rickrack. I have this much rickrack. A lot of it's the baby stuff. I've used up a great deal of what I would use for covers. Most of that is vintage rickrack that I find at flea markets. This is my GIMP trim. I think I like that. But I'm not going to put anything on that piece. And of course I'll have to add some fun things to the covers. Yo-yos or scraps of fabric and whatever. I'll decorate them up. And I don't need to put anything in here because I have straight edges where the fabric is, or the cardstock. I bought a bead dangle pin thing for my glue bottle. Alright, I'm gonna go get my yo-yos. The drawer where the yo-yos are doesn't come out, so I had to fish around and just pull some out. I don't know if I have the right color here. Let's see. That'll work. I'm going to get my fabric scraps. I have these octagons. Where'd they go? I just picked them up. There they are. These are vintage octagons that were cut for some patchwork project. But I think maybe we have enough going on with all the flowers and then the yo-yos. I don't think I need any more. Maybe I can put something on the spine. So I guess I have this one all put together. I'm not going to do any more to it except maybe select what linen I'm going to cover the spine with. I have this blue. I love this. That I would have to cut it so that it would be, this would be in the center of the spine. I think I'll go with this because I like the colors of this with this cover. So I will cut it so that you can see the cardboard through the holes there. So I might have to paint the spine. I just paint it with acrylic paint, like a off-white color. Sometimes I do that when my fabric is sheer and you can see the cardboard through it. So that's what I'll use, and it means I won't have these decorative ends, but I might be able to take this piece and make a pocket for the inside cover with it. So I have that for this one. Let's look at the other covers. I think that would be good for this one because I could have that. I think I'll put that on the front edge and just not put any trim along it. I can put trim on the back. And finally I have this one. See, I have these pieces that I thought maybe I would glue them to the spine after the signatures are sewn in, but I'll have to see. I don't know if I want to do that or if they would work even. Well, I have this. I'd love to be able to put that on the spine, but it won't wrap around. And I have this one. I probably have more. Just have to look for them. I want to use this for something else. Maybe I'll make a pocket for the inside cover of one of these journals with it. Maybe I'll use this for that cover, and then put this on the inside cover. So obviously I still have a lot of work to do because I have to construct more covers and then do whatever I'm going to do to the inside covers. I don't think I'll put, well, maybe I don't think I need to put paper down on here, but I'm not sure. And then add in embellishments, and then sew the signatures in, of course. So we are making progress. I've got this piece too, but I'm not going to use that for a spine. Look how pretty that is. I could use it for a spine. It's an unfinished piece of crewel embroidery. I don't think so, not for this one anyway. Alright, friends. I got something done this morning. It's been really tough getting things done on these journals. I think I picked a bad time to do something so involved because my life was very involved there for a few weeks, and hopefully starting about Tuesday. I'll have a bit of a lull. So anyway, we're getting there. So I'll get this video uploaded while I get ready for church. Thanks for watching and have a creative day today. Bye-bye.